you girls? Good. Is anybody thinking of being a ball kid? Yeah. I trained with Gary so Gary's the head coach. He does a lot of the ball kid training sessions at Knox. So at Knox you can actually, get the extra head start and, get a little insight and get a feel for what the program's going to be like. And then they're also going to do like some free ball kid and tennis trials.
Oh, cool.
For anyone who wants to do those by the other coaches here. And yeah.
Cool. That's awesome that you organise it all yourself.
Yeah, with the help of my mum.
Yeah, no, that's amazing though. Great job.
That's it. That's it. Bend the elbow. Don't trip over the stick. Well done. Just stay there, Miller. Next. So a little trick there. When you had the ball in your hand, you went like this to pick it up, didn't you? So you fumbled it. So ideally, you have the ball in this hand and pick it up with the other hand. Okay. Okay. So try and use the other hand. So we learn the little tricks to make you better. Tennis Australia are looking for a 50-50 split with ball kids, boys and girls. So where's Serena? Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, over there. So thank you for organising this.
That's all right.
And thank you to all the people who have come today too. So what we're going to do is going to throw it over to Serena. Serena has kindly and organised Storm Sanders to be here, and we really appreciate Storm you coming here. It's not very often we get a professional tennis player coming to a district small grassroots club. We've also got Alana and Prisha, who also play very high level ITF and professional tournaments too. So we're really thankful for you girls for coming today. So thank you, and I'll throw it over to Serena. Thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming today to support my project. It all kind of, as Gary said, started with the Future Leaders Development Program, which I was privileged to be a part of this year, and it really gave me a unique opportunity to get practical experience on the tennis court, as well as develop myself as a leader as well. And one of the main requirements was for us to design and implement our own project for our local tennis clubs, and for me that was to promote ball kids and tennis for girls, because that's something that I went through as a young teenager, and now something that I want to, give to the younger generation to continue to grow in. And so, as a passionate ball kids advocate and tennis player, my aim was to promote it for girls between the ages of 12 to 15, which is what the program requires, and also something that tennis is also longing for. And so yeah, I want to say thank you so much for coming down to support the cause, and thank you Storm and both to you two as well for coming down to be a part of my open day. And so I hope that you have a great time, and I'm looking forward to all that we can achieve through this. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Storm, for coming down to Knox and for giving up your time to come and chat to us about your tennis journey. Well, firstly, congratulations on your marriage to Lachlan Hunter 2 weeks ago. How did the memorable day go? And I guess, do you mind sharing some of your special moments from it?
Yeah, I got married 2 weeks ago. I was actually, the week before, I was in Scotland playing the Billie Jean King Cup finals, and I got back Wednesday morning and then was getting married on Saturday. So it was a very quick turnaround, but it was the best weekend of our lives, and I think I was more nervous than any tennis match I've played. So, but it was such a fun weekend with our friends and family, and obviously, other than marrying Lachlan, my best friend, one of the most memorable parts was actually like I had a lot of my tennis friends there that I've known since I was 12 years old, and we grew up playing tennis together or traveling and playing all these tournaments, and to have them all there in such a important moment in my life. And obviously marrying Lockie too was amazing.
Yeah. And just to give everyone a bit of a background, you were born in Rockhampton up in central Queensland, where you started playing tennis at the age of 6. And then in 2005, your family moved to Perth, where you grew up and continued to play tennis. You debuted on the ITF junior circuit in December 2007, and then went on to join the senior circuit in November 2008. Can you tell us what got you into playing tennis and how it all came about?
Yeah, so when I was young, my brother and I, we played a lot of sports as kids. My parents just kind of put us in everything, and we just played a bit of everything. And one January, I think me and my brother were watching tennis, the Australian Open, with my dad, and we were like, oh, let's play tennis. Like, why not? Let's try another sport. And so my brother and I went down to the local club with my dad. My parents didn't play tennis, so they had no idea. They just kind of put me in lessons, and yeah, me and my brother played, and from that moment I absolutely loved it. I just wanted to be on court, and whether it was singles or doubles, I just wanted to be out there all day, every day. So that's kind of how it started. And then we moved to WA, and I found another local club there, and yeah, it kind of just kept playing through my local club, and then just had this dream of being a professional tennis player. So I'm very lucky that now I get to actually do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one day when you were practicing outside, on the outside courts, your talent was recognised, and you were invited to train at the Australian Institute of Sport, which was based in Melbourne. And a little bird told me that you and Ash Barty ended up sharing a home in Melbourne and lived by yourselves for quite some time. I'm sure a lot of people would be interested to know, what was it like firstly living with Ash while you were so young, and then how did your relationship with Ash grow?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy because we were both very young, and I was in Melbourne, but I had known her from some tournaments from when we were younger. But once we moved to Melbourne, we became really good friends, and we obviously trained together during the days, and then we'd go home and cook dinner and watch TV and just kind of do normal teenage things. But both Ash and I were goody two-shoes. We didn't get up to any mischief. We were both very organised people and always liked to be on time and not do anything crazy. So we would, just spend time together and go shopping. And she loves her coffee, and she kind of got me into coffee as well, which was really fun. But yeah, it was really nice to kind of share those moments with her from such a young age, and we're still really good friends now, even though she's retired. We've shared some amazing memories together on the tennis court, and obviously traveling together. So it's nice that we have a friendship for life. Absolutely.
And you turned pro when you were 17 years old, as you said, and you won your first professional tournament back in February 2013. And since then, you've won 5 doubles titles on the WTA Tour, and also 2 singles and 18 doubles titles on the women's circuit throughout your career thus far. Have you modelled your game on any specific player, and if so, who was it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I modelled my game on one specific player, but I'm left-handed, so I always love to watch the lefties. Petra Kvitova is someone that I absolutely love, and I would watch a lot of her footage and watch her play because she's quite an aggressive player, likes to take the ball early, and obviously being left-handed, I would kind of see what she likes to do with her serves and her forehand and whatnot. Also, Angelique Kerber is also an amazing left-handed player, so I definitely would watch those two a lot and try and take different pieces of their games and kind of model it to my own, which is cool.
Great. And in 2020, you played doubles with Ash at the Olympics. What was it like playing in the Olympics for the first time?
It was amazing. It was very surreal, to be honest. I think as a kid I kind of dreamt of playing the Olympics, but I didn't ever think it was actually going to happen for me. I thought, this really cool dream, but it will never happen to me. But to have that experience was absolutely amazing, to be surrounded by all these amazing athletes from all around the world, and the most elite athletes in the world, which was so cool. And then to play with Ash was also just such an amazing experience. We made the quarterfinals, lost to the gold medalist in a super tiebreak, which was, a really tough match, but it was such a cool experience. And to do that with Ash as well is just such an amazing memory for me.
Yeah. And this year in particular has been a pretty big one for you. You won your first Grand Slam this year at the US Open in mixed doubles with John Peers, and then a career high rankings of 119 in singles and 8th in doubles this year. How good does that feel?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal actually. It's definitely doesn't really feel like it happened to me. It was really like at the start of the year, I kind of set these goals. I wanted to try and win a Grand Slam and be top 10 in doubles, and I kind of set it out there, put it out to the universe, and I thought maybe I could do it, but I wasn't sure. But to achieve that was amazing. But to be honest, the main thing was the journey along the way. The people that I met and just having those experiences to get there was incredible. And even if I didn't achieve that, I worked really, really hard. I did everything that I could, and even if that didn't happen, I was still amazed. It was still an amazing year for me, and just to kind of have those results was incredible. But I'm just super proud of the way that I went about everything and had a positive attitude and gave it my best shot.
Yeah, and as you said, you just returned from the Billie Jean King Cup right before your wedding, and Australia's actually won it on several occasions in the past, but that was quite a long time ago, almost 50 years ago. What was, I guess, your approach and your mindset, I guess, as a team going into it that helped you guys reach the final and win it this year?
Yeah, I think this year we just really had this belief that we could actually win it, even though maybe on paper we're not the highest ranked, we don't have the highest ranked players, but we definitely felt like we had the team to do it. And actually last year, we made the semi-finals with kind of our B team, because Ash didn't play. Isla was sick for half the event, so it was pretty amazing that we made the semi-finals. And I think because we had that experience, we really felt like this year we could, win it. And we really went out there and thought we could do it, and we got to the finals. So it was really amazing, to have those experiences with the team and not just play for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that you won the US Open this year, but if you could pick any other Grand Slam to win, what would you pick?
I think I would have to say Australian Open. To be able to maybe win a slam at home would just, I think, be the most incredible feeling in front of all the Australian fans. And obviously I live in Melbourne, so to do it kind of somewhere that I train, every day in pre-season, I think that would be amazing and really, really special. So that would be a dream come true.
And you've been playing at an elite level for quite some time now, but you've also had quite a few injuries and hiccups along the way. I guess what's been your motivation to keep going even though things haven't always gone your way?
Yeah, it's definitely, my road hasn't been easy. I've had a lot of injuries and had to start, with no ranking and a lot of time out of tennis. And at times I've definitely felt like I've wanted to stop and not, questioned if this was for me. But I think the biggest thing was I just was like, okay, this is a dream that I've had since I was 6 years old. And I really wanted to try and give it my best shot, and I didn't feel like I had those chances. So when I was injured, I kind of just was like, okay, you have this dream, you want to keep going, like just hang in there, be positive. So that kind of really helped me get through that. I had things that I wanted to achieve in tennis, and just, not just for me, but to try and inspire the younger generation and girls to play tennis. I feel like that's really important for me as well. I'm not just doing it for myself, but to try and inspire young females to be in the sport, whether that's playing or ball kitting or coaching or however that kind of looks. Tennis is a life sport and I love it, so I want to try and stay playing as long as I can, really.
And as you're aware, my project aims to promote ball kids and tennis for girls in particular. Is there any advice that you could give to young girls out there who want to try out for ball kids and want to do something and be a part of tennis?
Yeah, I would just say, tennis is such a great sport. It's a lifelong sport. I absolutely love it, and I think, go for it. If you have a dream or if you have these goals, like there's nothing stopping you for going after it and trying to achieve that. You know, anyone can do it, but you just have to believe in yourself and take a chance. And I would say, you know, if it's ball kitting or playing tennis, it's such a fun sport to be involved in. You get to meet some amazing people. You might get the chance to travel, you know, around Australia or around the world. It's just such a really cool opportunity. So why not go for it?
Absolutely. And my final question is, if tennis wasn't your chosen career path, what else would you be doing?
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm not sure. I have a degree in psychology, so maybe I would be doing something with that. But I think I'd like to be involved in sport somehow, so I'm not quite sure. Or a teacher. I've always loved teaching, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in today and for supporting my project. It has been a great honour to have you, and on behalf of the Knoxcity Tennis Club, we just want to wish you all the very best for this year's Australian Open and for a great year ahead.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Serena.
That's all good.